It's your girl, Miss V, live, Timeless JMH Studios. Of course, the studio is brand new. We are one day, like you're the first guest since I started my own studio.
Oh, I'm honored.
Yes,
Appreciate
you
that.
are the
I'm
first
honored.
guest since I started my own studio, and I am the owner and engineer and host. So things is a little confuzzling for me right now, but I'm here for it. Hey, that's my guy Mike. Good morning. You need to meet this guy I have here, Mike. Just business wise, I think y'all would mesh. I'm trying to be able to make sure y'all can see him. Tone, are you here with me?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I got everything ready to go.
All right. Let me know when you're ready to go. Go ahead, sir. Introduce yourself while we wait for Tone, because all he gonna say is in the house. He ain't gonna say nothing else. Y'all know we here. Hey, Big Mike. Good morning. Over on the Instagram.
Good morning, good morning. My name is Nakota, and I look forward to having a great conversation today with you guys.
Thank you. All right, you gonna give us your name or not, big fella?
They know who I am in the house.
Hey, y'all. So, like I said, of course, Straight Talking Miss V is so freaking new, and things are going to be a little confuzzling. But never think that I'm not going to be here. I'm here. All the cameras, y'all see me. I'm here. I'm here. I just got to get the kinks out. You know how when you're such a genius and an engineer that you can't quite get it together? That's me. That's me, but I'm going to have it. Y'all going to see. Y'all going to be like, God, this girl did this. All right.
Well, sad news today, V.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Hip hop lost a little. He was a baby, really? How old was that boy?
I don't know. They were
28
kids.
years old.
28 years old, man. Was leaving a dice game in Houston. They said in the morning, but it was really like at night for us. To
Yeah.
gun violence, man. You know,
All right.
Rest in peace to Offset, y'all.
it's not just here. It's everywhere. It's a sickness. But like I say, once you reach a certain celebrity status or whatever, you cannot call yourself stand in cahoots with the hood. It's impossible.
Well, you know what? A lot of young people don't get that. First of all, once you made it, you are set apart. I don't care how much people say, oh, you turn. I had to level up.
Yeah.
I didn't. I still know you. I will acknowledge you. You call me, yo, I got something, I can send it to you. But can I come to the dice game in the hood? I'm unable to make it.
No, you didn't work so hard to get out of the hood just to go back.
Right.
That's the whole
Boom.
goal, to get out of the hood.
Yeah,
Right.
Jay-Z fixed up Marcy. He don't hang in Marcy.
You don't catch Jay and Marcy. Oh, my God.
And that's the big difference.
Yeah, I mean, prayers to the family or whatever. Young black man, reach some success, and just to get cut down just like that.
Just like that. Wow.
Yeah.
And
A
I'm
lot of
sure they
fun.
had
A lot of-
more hits to go.
Yeah, a lot of friends not happy for you. You know what I mean? A lot of people, you think your friends, not your friends.
Nope.
So
And a
it's
lot of people lose
envious,
that.
A lot of envious people out there.
Well, you want to tell the people a little bit about yourself, man? What you into?
Well, I'm a graduate of Virginia State University. That's why I'm rocking an HBCU shirt today. I do work for the federal government now. Also have a business on the side with my wife at Undiwash on Instagram. What is a plant?
Okay.
Undiwash is a plant-based vegan laundry detergent that we market towards women because it helps them kill bacteria that causes yeast infections.
Okay,
like
that's
DV,
awesome.
stuff
What's
like
the name
that.
of it?
At Undiwash.
Undiwash.
Oh, I
Awesome.
thought first somebody said
UNDI
onion
wash.
wash. I said, how did that help?
Undiwash. UNDI wash.
Okay.
They need it, brother.
No way. Go ahead.
Yeah, but that's
Go
awesome.
ahead.
There's so many different things are opening up for women in that way. So
Yeah.
the underwash and the undiwash, and then you have the different new tampons and maxi pads, and there's a lot of good things that's coming from
And also that stem
for
from
women and
that.
things like that.
Also that stem
Yeah,
from that.
yeah, and a lot of women don't
Yeah.
know That's a lot. That's where a lot of the infections come from. The stuff that you use.
So hold up, V. You
Monthly,
said it
you
ain't no
mean-
excuse now.
There's no excuses. There's too many things. There's too many things.
You could have got some underwash from the brother.
So tell me exactly like what is the business about the Undiwash?
Undiwash, again, a plant-based vegan laundry detergent. It's
Okay,
like any
fluffy
other laundry
butterfly.
detergent that you use, but it is actually cleans. It actually kills the bacteria that causes those infections. A lot of ties and gains out there, they clean your clothes, but they don't kill bacteria.
Right.
It's a difference between cleaning, actually
Yeah.
cleaning and killing the bacteria.
Yeah, because a lot of people think if I use a whole lot of bleach, I can clean the germs, or like somebody have a bloody sheet. The thing is not, because you have to put particular things in the laundry to kill the bacteria of the blood, because that bacteria still can grow after you done wash, dry, and put it back. You can still
And you
have
ain't
the
throwing
bacteria.
bleach
in
on
it.
all your clothes.
Especially not your
So,
colors.
especially your colors.
So
Especially
that's
your
like
colors.
soap too, though, right? Like regular body soap. Like it may smell good, but the only
Yeah,
one
all-
really kill the bacteria is with like Safeguard and one
Dial,
specifically.
like Dial is a bacteria
yeah,
killing soap.
specifically for it.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people don't realize too, especially with men, we have bacteria too down there. And what you don't realize, what you're doing is when you wash your clothes with detergent that doesn't kill bacteria, like even when in your underwear, etc., you just spread it into the rest of your clothes that's in the laundry, in the washing machine. So if you ever had like a rash, you never know where it came from, like why, what happened? That's what it is.
And that's a lot of times that's what it is. Yep. A lot of people don't get that. Like women will tell men, you threw off my pH balance, and the guy think the woman is lying. But your bacteria, your everyday body chemical can throw off this woman's pH balance. The first thing men have a tendency to think is,
I ain't burn you.
you cheating.
Yeah.
Where this come from? No, our body chemistry ain't working, brother.
That's right.
And it just is what it is.
It is what it is. You're absolutely right.
And it takes a while actually to match up because
Yeah.
I don't believe in ejaculating a female, especially I shoot blanks now anyway, so it really ain't no purpose. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making kids or anything. That stuff, eventually you keep doing it, then you're going to go down there and do what you do, and you're going to get mad because you're like, wait a minute, why is this smell? And it's all because of you, brother.
Hey Judy, hey Kiki Collection, hey Fluffy Butterfly. So we talking right now with Nakota, and Nakota and his wife has a business, Undiwash,
Yes.
and it is to help women. When you wash your clothes, you wash your feminine care products. It's for you to make sure that all that bacteria is clean and you good every time. And then it led us into the conversation of women not knowing, or men not even getting it, that you can knock each other's pH balance, or you can knock her pH balance off, or she can get an infection from the panties that she thought she cleaned when she had a yeast infection last month, but it wasn't quite clean. That bacteria came right back and it reenacted the infection again. There's a lot of things that do that. Nicole, Miss Judy Fulltime said, he talk. Your guest is always quiet. Yes, she's saying you talk. So normally the other people come in and we dominate the room. And you know what? That's what made us turn us on to him. We did a show at Prime, and he was like he was quiet in the room, but when it got to him saying something, his comments made sense. And Tay and Tone was like, you the only one here that made some fucking sense.
And I appreciate y'all out there for actually wanting me to come back on and join the conversation. So I definitely appreciate y'all for listening that day.
Because
and inviting me back.
it's not easy for us to get people that can match our conversational fly. Some people get intimidated, or they get insulting, defensive. It's called straight talk.
And a little bit of that went on that night, but you stuck
A
out
lot of
like
it.
sore thumb.
A lot of it.
But we gotta get
But
this
you,
bro on the show.
yeah, but you stuck out of all of that went on that night. You actually stuck out to us, and we talked about it. It was like we need to actually get him in an environment we can have a conversation, because we noticed the things that you had to say that night was like, oh, he got some sense.
He was on point.
Yeah, well, that's a lost art these days. One thing I always
Hey,
grew
DJ
up
Cupcake.
liking was having,
Hey,
you know,
Rudy!
intelligent conversations.
Uh-huh.
We don't have intelligent conversations no more. We always seem like we talk a lot of nonsense, or we get with the fellas and we only talk about sports or we talk about ladies.
You wanna
Excuse
walk
me,
away
let me
with
say this.
vitamins
Let me
sometimes.
say this real quick.
But-
Tavon would love this conversation right now
Yeah.
because remember we had this before, and Tavon said that. Well, I'm not saying that you would agree with that part of him, but he loved intellectual. Let me say that.
Yeah, it's almost a lost art. these
And
days.
he say that all the
Yeah.
time because he was trying to get them to understand at another cigar lounge we was at that he's not saying women shouldn't be in the cigar lounge, but he's saying men should have a place where you can school other men and talk about other things that men want to discuss amongst men.
Absolutely.
Without, I guess, the female chime in. I got what Tay was
And
saying.
Yeah,
you'll be surprised at what we can learn from each other as well. Also, on that note, because you're talking about these
Hey,
businesses,
Antoine.
on that note, we also created what's called the Good Box Boutique,
Okay,
which is a safe space for women only
okay.
to come. It's like a lounge. They can, have drinks. They can buy their sex toys. They can
Okay.
have their intimate conversations. They bring in like sex therapists. They bring in gynecologists just to talk about your body,
Awesome,
things that you're going
awesome.
through. And we also have what's called
You told me a bit about this the weekend.
yes,
yeah.
it's called a period party where
Okay.
mothers can bring in their daughters that's
Awesome, I love
getting
it.
ready to be going their period or
Just started.
just starting, so
Uh-huh.
they can know what their body is going through, how to take care of themselves, just so if they have any questions that mom can't answer, so it's all about educating and uplifting.
And
each
so
other.
you know,
It's a
it
space for
probably
someone.
seems odd to people, for especially men, be like, oh, so, well, you don't know how to explain your period. You don't know how to always explain the child's cycle to her. She don't always know how to get it. Like you gotta literally, like, I have one daughter, but I had two sons prior to that. In my dynamics of my own family, I was the fifth of 5 daughters. So that cycle time was scary for me with my daughter because my sister was already like, do this. But for my daughter, I'm like, look, you gotta get it. You gotta go to the bathroom, you gotta change your stuff, you gotta do this every hour and a half. I need you to take these wipes to school. And I was literally packing my daughter a diaper bag once a month for school, but I needed her to get how serious it is, the bacteria, the odors, the increasing, ruining your underclothes, ruining through your clothes. I needed her to get that. So that whole period party thing is a big piece. I can't wait till Miss V is welcome
I'm
in the
telling
building.
you,
I can't wait.
the next
I can't
event, the next Good Box Boutique event, I will make sure Miss V
Please.
gets an invite, and it's a safe
Please.
space for women because certain conversations women don't want to have in front of men.
Exactly,
You know
and
what I mean?
vice versa, like we
You
just
know,
said.
even if you're sex toy shopping, sometimes us as men could be immature. You see a woman buying a dildo
Very
or the
immature.
rose, all that stuff. They're like, oh, what's up?
Or they'll say something insulting, upsetting.
And
Yes.
it's only for women, and that's why. And a lot of women that come to these events, they love it. They feel comfortable, and they can't wait for the next one.
Judy 4 times said, beautiful. It's like having a celebration into womanhood. Yes.
Absolutely.
That's what it sounds like.
At the
Need a
Good Box
gynecologist
Boutique, we're on
available.
Instagram.
See, and that's the
Follow
one they
us.
talk
I'm
about. When
available if you need a gynecologist. I do that in my part-time.
Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that.
the thing is, anybody on this show already know not to listen to this guy.
But,
Don't
me,
listen to that.
Yeah.
real spill, to get back on the period thing with my daughter, because for some reason all the women in my family came on their period young. And also on her mother's side too, so she was due. She went on periods and she was 10.
Yeah, because it happens early for some
You
women.
know, and I had to, I'm used to raising boys.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean? So I had to get educated on her mother, like, yo, sit down, I'm going to show you, blah, 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 and gave me all the instructions. Now I'm a pro at it. Hey, Kay, hey, you know you about to blah, 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 be prepared. That
This
you
is
should
tough.
know, so when you won't have those emergencies. Like I used to look at females when I was in school, and they just come on it in class. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And they not prepared.
Right.
But I'm saying, you know what? What Tavon mother used to say, if you're already ready, you gotta get ready.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
it's important that a male knows this about his
You
daughter
gotta have
too.
these conversations with
Yeah,
your
Don't
kids.
put it in
David
the
was
mom's
saying
hand.
That we sound low. Anybody anybody else on Instagram Facebook having that problem, let me know. We will talk up. I'm not sure why they feel the lowness today because when I double check, I can hear it clearly. So again, it's beautiful. Hey, Luck, thanks for jumping in. That's a beautiful thing. Where can they find y'all at?
At the Good Box Boutique on Instagram, and also at Undy Wash on Instagram. UNDI Wash. UNDIWASH. And at the Good Box Boutique on Instagram.
And if you didn't get that, we'll talk about it again after the show. But we all know that Straight Talk gotta come with some controversial topics.
Yeah.
So it's time to get down to the bullshit. All right? All right. Big Tone. First question.
First question, right? What is it that you wouldn't settle for in a mate, and what things are a deal breaker?
For me, what I can't, let the guest go first. Go ahead on first.
Well, for me, in a mate, I think you always have to have goals and be motivated to self-improve yourself. You know what I mean? My stepdad always told me that you're a student your whole life, and the day you stop learning, you stop growing, and that's it. So you don't have to have all the money in the world. You just at least need to have a goal and a desire to improve yourself in some kind of way. If you don't have that,
if it's
what are
somebody
we doing?
trying to stop you
What
from
are you
it,
doing?
He value, I'm not sure G-Boy was that. For me, who you value, real quick, let me say this before we go. For the people on Instagram who want to actually let me add you on the live and get in the conversation, go to go to Instagram, and type in timeless, one word, _JMH, comment, and I can add you to the live, and you can talk directly on the topic. I'm all for that. And again, G-Roy, you don't know our new home, but Timeless, in a matter of 1 week, has turned it into Timeless JMH Studios, doing my own thing, because I hate being under people's thumb. All right, so back to
in the tuna can.
All right, back to the topic. Tone, what things would you were you finished, Nakota?
Well,
Okay.
also just have somebody that you want somebody that adds some sort of value to your life.
Right.
If you are with a mate that adds no value to your life, then what's the point?
Why you here? What are you here for?
Why you here? And the last thing I'm gonna say before I pass it on, if you have a child and that mate makes no attempt to have no relationship with your child, he or she is solely focused on you and not that child, that's not the mate for you. That's a deal breaker.
We just talked about that. All right, so Tone, what's the deal breaker for you? What is it? Yada yada yada.
I mean, a deal breaker is to piggyback off what he said, to have your own goals and what you're trying to do, and I'm never going to get in the way of your money or whatever you're trying to do.
So what is
one?
That's the thing that you will deal with.
Yeah.
No matter how hard she worked, you all
She
for.
Be busy or whatever. Hey, that's still bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, I understand the hustle. What I'm not going to deal with.
All right, Mike has something to say, but I can't add him to do that, and I'll try to add him to the.
What I'm not going to deal with is somebody that ain't take the time to understand me. Simple as that.
Well, how deep do you want her to understand?
Are we talking about pre-relationship or?
Well, you read the question.
Relationship? You ain't supposed to tell everybody.
I said you read it. You read it. You didn't read it.
But I mean, okay, I'm gonna give it the answer for both sides. Pre-relationship, okay, at least know what I like on my cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, I really don't like a know-it-all, because they're really hard to get along with. Okay, it's things that you know, Miss V, and you'll get your point across. But you don't come off as, I know every goddamn thing. You know the kind, like people that have 10, 15 businesses that.
That's not legitimate.
Yeah, so things like
He
that.
declined the offer, but he asked to join the live. All right, keep going.
Things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to go through that, or a person person that's like extra clingy. Like, so my thing with the clinginess, it's cool. You can show me love, but what are you doing?
Like almost holding wrap your
Besides-
body around my leg all day.
Yeah, like what? You're not going to work? Like, what are you doing? You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you just holding up time.
Right.
I think it's so, you know me. Wait a minute, is this who I think it say? Yo, Miss V, hey y'all. Tavon Harley, again, with all the cameras. Congratulations. This nigga done got married doing this. Tavon, I really wish you was here. You and Dakota would vibe so freaking well. Tay, congratulations again. I'm just so happy for him that he got married. To find that person and find them in this day and era and they're a good person, it is a big
I said
deal.
he supposed to shrink wrap and move her back into Texas somewhere.
Michael on Instagram, Tay
Congratulations,
said,
man.
congratulations, be more Kevin Samuels on your marriage. Then he said, my bad, I can't get on the live right now. So why you ask?
Well, Rodney
Stop wasting my
Pierce,
time.
answer before you blow our mind real quick, V.
I don't even know what I'm going to say.
I know
don't
you
know
got
what
a
I'm
lot.
say.
It says deal broken immediately if you are already operating at a physical and emotional deficit. Get off Google.
He said what? Tell him what he said.
Said the deal's broken immediately if you are already operating at a physical and emotional deficit.
It's already a
I get clingy, I guess.
Yeah.
In layman's terms,
Yeah, because the thing is, you could be emotionally broken on either spectrum of it.
yeah.
Emotionally broken is just broken off emotionally. Some people are too emotional, and that's emotionally broken. And some people just don't even show a reaction of
You're
emotion.
not ready to date.
A lot of us are
Not
broken
ready.
too as men because men, we don't really seek help. We normally try to handle everything ourselves, not even realizing we bring so much baggage and so many other issues into new relationships because we don't like to talk to nobody about it.
Right.
Again,
right.
that goes back to having those intellectual conversations that we had before when we all get together as men and talk about real topics. We don't
Right.
do that no more.
Right.
You know, I could have been hurt by, you know, by my ex or something like that, but when I see you, knowing we cool, man, you see that game last night, man, we could have won, but knowing it's so much more.
And see,
I can
I
share.
don't know how many things have you missed far as straight talk, but we talk about everything. And we just actually had that conversation last week. Divorce. Do people need these divorce parties or you need therapy? And we believe you need both, but you definitely need that therapy. I don't get the point of divorce parties. I don't know why they do them. Because if you partying, you should have been kicked in your ass in the beginning.
They're trying to
'Cause you-
self-medicate themselves,
Which is
over what
crazy.
they feel.
So therapy is still what's needed.
Yeah,
A lot of people say you
absolutely.
need both. You need both. I don't think so. I think you need the therapy either way.
Yeah.
If you asking for a party, you need fucking
Really,
therapy.
there's no celebration for, you
Failure.
know, for losing someone you thought you was going to spend the rest of your life with.
Thank you. That's
There's
exactly
no
what I said last
celebration.
week.
There's nothing to celebrate about that. You know, that's a terrible thing, and there's some hurt there. There's some scars there
Right.
that you need to talk to somebody that's a professional that can help you heal them. Because if you don't, you're going to bring those same scars into the next relationship.
Into the next relationship.
Hennessy ain't going to
The
heal
party
that
is
wound.
actually for the friends. Because like I said, when we were talking about it on the show, okay, you may have this party, but next week, once you get to sitting thinking that, yeah, man, I'm out of my routine, he's gone, or she's gone, or this, that, and the third, you're going to sit there and you're going to have a breakdown moment.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like when you deal with death. Some people deal with it different.
Uh-huh.
It may not hit you right then and there.
But it's
But
coming.
eventually, look at that Florida Evans.
Yeah.
Little mama,
Damn,
why you ain't
damn,
cry?
damn.
Little mama, why you ain't cry? You know what I'm saying?
And they couldn't understand it.
Yeah,
But she had to stay brick long as she could. But when that party was
But
over,
then-
that punch bowl went down.
Gotta agree.
Same thing with divorce, man. And I tell a lot of our black men, like, yo, if you have the opportunity, you got the insurance, yo, go get therapy, man. Whatever you think you got going on where you feel as though you need extra help or whatever, man. Shout out to Matt out in White Marsh, man. Got him on speed dial. You know what I'm saying? Just
Because
you
therapy is
need
needed.
that.
So as for me, back to the topic, what things I will deal with, I mean, I really can't say until I'm in the situation. But it's some things I ain't fucking dealing with. Like, it's a lot of things I'm just not dealing with. And it's not because V is so harsh and she goes so hard. Because I'm honestly But
I'ma
can
give
I
you a
protect
cool
me?
point.
Yes, I'm gonna
I'm
protect
gonna give
me.
you a cool point before you finish. Don't you think at this point you like a little full? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as like, okay, before V spills all the way over, like, yo, I don't want to deal with this because I've been through this.
Right.
And that's what people don't look at. They go, oh, you just hard, you just this, that.
And that's
that.
how people
But
look
you don't
at
know
me.
where I just walked from.
Y'all don't know where I came from to get here. Y'all don't know. I already been through the grass, wire metal, glass, everything, and my feet are already bruised and
You
battered.
looking like, yo, I'm gonna get you something.
Right. And he broke the fish bowls on his feet. Like, I already been through that. So I don't come off hard because I'm a hard person. I come off as somebody who's been through some shit and I learned from it,
Yeah.
and I gotta keep going.
And when you see the red flags, you don't just sit back and ignore them. You address them because you've been there before.
I address
I know
it
what
right
this looks
there.
like. I know where this road goes.
Exactly.
I ain't going through that.
That's
anymore.
me.
And people
I
get
get
mad
that.
because you don't want to
get that.
accept their red flag, though. That's the
Yeah.
world we live in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm supposed
Stop
to.
ignoring the red flags. That's
Yeah,
that's a huge thing.
Love Over on Instagram said, certainly new life, said I guess after divorce. It's just new life, new celebration, new pussy, new head. And if that's what you see, I feel sorry for you. Because there's no way you come from marrying a woman who you thought was everything to you to celebrate in a divorce, new pussy, new head, I'm out here in these streets. You was never even ready the first time. So now you need therapy for jumping in a
Speaking
legal
from a
binding
divorced
contract.
man, V,
Hey, and I've been divorced.
you gotta
You been divorced before?
I've been divorced
you
before.
gotta recoup, right? You lose a lot of money.
Because I've been there.
being the
I've been
man,
divorced.
yeah, being the man
you
in
go-
the situation.
So I'm not the person that can jump right into relationships. I'm just not going to do it.
No,
Your
no.
money ain't gonna let you
And
as a man.
See, you gotta realize
Once you
when
deal
you
with all you
talk
got to deal
about
with.
new pussy, new head, you don't gotta be married for that. When you're talking about being married and sharing your life,
I'm looking at somebody I
with
plan on being
somebody,
with forever.
somebody as a man, when you have a wife, that's somebody that you're responsible for. You know what I mean? That's somebody
Exactly.
that
Just like
who
Jay Hurt
dream-
just said.
yeah.
I'm sorry. He said, you have to heal. You have to heal from it.
yeah.
Kenny Legs, thanks for joining. Yeah, you have to heal from it. If people don't see that, you're insane. And like I was told this morning, I take everything people say to me so personal. I said, it's only crazy if I don't.
Yeah.
If I've been through something with you, we had a falling out, or whatever the traumatic situation was, or whatever you said to me that I ain't like, if I don't take it personal, I learned nothing from it. Do it make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was
A
so
lot of
upset.
sense.
I'm trying to get the person to understand, like, you need to narrow down what you just said about me, because everybody want to take their own perception of who they think I am. You can't tell me I take things too personal, because if I don't take it personal, I didn't learn anything. Listen to what you're saying, because it don't make sense.
So you know what you do with that?
Now
man?
say you cry too much, because if you think I'm a crybaby, say that. But even in that, I'm going to learn from that day I cried.
But if somebody has all these judgments on you, you know what I used to do? I used to be like, okay, cool, we just doing business now. It's not. I don't have to deal with you on a personal level. It'll
You
just
gotta
be
realize
business.
a lot of times,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What gets me is that people will make blanket statement like that about a person that don't even know them at all.
And don't, like,
You know what I mean?
you only
You
know
don't know
this
me.
much of
The
me.
surface.
You know what I'm saying? You can't say, oh girl, you too harsh. Like you said, you don't know your role,
'Cause
what you've been through, what you going through at the time.
Nobody has an
Why
idea.
you crying so much? That person could have been through hell.
So to poke at the bear, so to speak, and say you take things too personal. You are like,
Get to know a person first before you can come up with that conclusion.
Now they
That's
really
what's
gonna
hard.
catch it, because then it's like, well, F you.
now you on a fucking list.
Now you got the person that you were looking for. You woke the bear up and ain't poking it no more.
Right.
And people, then they get in their feelings. Oh, well, you ain't have to do me like that.
Mhm.
Well,
I
do
ain't
me
saying it like that. No, the thing is,
Shouldn't have said
I just
it.
like the gentleman when we was at Prime and Caesar kept poking at me and doing shit, and then I finally gave him the beast. Oh, you combative? I ain't combative. nigga, I'm defensive. Don't fucking poke at me. I'm good. Like, when you see me at prom, if I had a drink and I'm not dancing, I'm pretty chill.
I was thoroughly enjoying my cigar at that moment when the beats came out. And I was like, oh yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
But see, the thing about the brother, what he didn't realize is he must have thought that, like, I mean, he cool guy.
Yeah.
He thought that me and Tay were going to bandwagon with him. Like, man, that's our sister.
We on a team.
Her.
We a team. First of all,
we having
but
a
secondly,
didn't make any sense.
Right,
I'm
we
just
have an
saying.
intellectual conversation, and I don't even get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with the grown-up conversation. Some men fail to realize just because you're a man, I ain't jumping on your shit.
It's little man
Just like
syndrome.
just like women. Some women think because we are girls, we say the same thing. No, ma'am, I'm a grown woman. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck it is. If you're wrong, I'm gonna say you're wrong. Now, sis, am I the first person to tell another woman I'm here? I got her back. Yes. Everybody know that's me. I'm gonna ride for a woman at the end of the day.
You're gonna start with that until they.
But bitch, I'm gonna tell you where you wrong. You gonna get that I'm not on the team with your bullshit. But sis, come here because I can help.
And a real friend.
And that's why nobody likes me.
And that's why.
Tell the truth too much. They don't want to hear it.
And that's what it
free.
is. And I apologize if y'all don't like me because of my
messed
truth.
up.
Right. It is what it is. I have been in a position where keeping quiet,
You get ran over.
And I'm telling you, like, from small child until 7th grade, I was the baby sister, the cute sister, the quiet sister. And I had a sister, LaWanda, may she rest in peace now, who was 2 years older than me. And I was not going to take shit from nobody. And me and my 3 sisters, we were all 2 years apart, the 3 youngest. So we went to all the same schools together at the same time, the same grades. But by the time I got in 7th grade, LaWanda was in high school. Tammy was already in high school. So it's like, now I'm going to be the first year since I started school in a school by myself. And when we started elementary, our mother had recently separated from our dad, so she was at the school all the time. So we always had a covering. But by the time I got in 7th grade, my sister was like, this our last year up here together. It was 6th grade. She telling me this our last year. And I came to school one day and I had some nice little Nikes on, and the class walked by, 6th grade, and the girl was like, I see who got new shoes. We see who been to the sidewalk sale. I didn't know what that meant. Montgomery apparently had a sidewalk sale.
It sounded like a diss.
She was dissing. I knew it sounded like a diss, but I wasn't fucking sure. Because I was the youngest of 5. I wasn't the one my mother took to the mall.
Right.
She came back with my shit. Yeah. So she go past and she say something, sidewalk sale, slick shit. Everybody get to lunch. I leave the cafeteria, I go to my sister class, and I tell her what happened. And she said, who the fuck said that? And I was like, this girl, I said, she got a big sister that goes here too. And I'm explaining to my sister everything that happened. And she said, no, she was cracking on you. And then not only did she crack on you, but she cracked on your mother because she tried to say your mother so broke she went to the sidewalk sale. So I'm all dumb. Like, she cracked on my mother? And you know, I was still like green to the situation. And that's when LaWanda was telling me, come on. And the teacher like, where you going? LaWanda's like, something wrong with my sister, I gotta go. And she left class. You come with me. And that's when she was schooling me that day. This is my last year in school with you. Again. You better come correct after this situation. Watch what I do, and you be that. So I'm like, okay, because LaWanda was edgy. So I'm thinking the girl big sister class. And LaWanda pulled the sister out of class and told her what her sister said. The sister apologized to me. And LaWanda said, now, before I fuck you up, go in the cafeteria, pull your sister up. Make her ass apologize. And don't y'all ever come at my sister wrong again. And we did just that. Went to the cafeteria. She made her sister apologize. This her sister, blah, blah, blah. She'll do this, da, 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 da. And I'm not going to get in it. Ran the whole thing down.
She ain't taking that.
And the girl who actually said the joke, to this day, good friends. Been good friends ever since. Even if they hated me, they already knew not to. So in 7th grade, by 7th grade, I'm 12. And I had to become, what's inside of here got to get out. So I'm saying all that to say I don't be on here just bullshitting, or I don't be in front of people and I just go hard. No, I know keeping stuff in will get you hurt, will make you hurt somebody when you blow up, and you being phony. It's very important to me to be me at all times.
And it's crazy.
To be me at all times.
People want you to be what they want you to be.
But people always say that. Be yourself, but then when you
give
find
it to
yourself,
them.
they can't handle
They
it.
want you to be this way towards them.
Right.
But when we here, I want you to be this wrong.
And see, that's what happens. That's why
You know what I'm
so many
saying?
people get divorced. Because in the marriage, before the marriage, you already see who I am. I see who you are. But then once we sign a document, I don't want you to go out. What you talking about? I go out every Friday.
Preach.
I went out every Friday since we've gotten married. Before we got married, since you've known me. Why now that I signed the dotted line, you tell me I can't go out on Fridays? That's ridiculous.
And if that's an issue,
That was
work
exactly,
on that before
you get
that
married.
was exactly my situation.
Be like, hey, I can't deal with you going
That
out.
was
all the
exactly
time.
my situation.
You know?
When my first marriage, my ex-wife was a 7-day Adventist. I got married.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna get your comments in 1 second.
I got married when I believe I was 30 years old at that time. Right? She was a 7-day Adventist. At that time, I was still coming out of my 20s. I was still, hanging out and going out. She knew this. I go to the club. Back then, I was a, bougie clubber too. Like, I had to have a table. I was stupid with money. I had no kids. I had no responsibilities. And you knew that about me.
Right.
Right? Fast forward, we're dating. You said dating, same thing. Nothing changed. Get married, literally 2 weeks after we got married. Oh, you need to change some things. I'm like, what? You need to be a representative of God in the house, and you can't be, going out to clubs anymore. I'm like, what?
You knew this about me before.
That was
we
the
got
first
married.
thing. The second thing was, you listen to too much secular music. I was like, excuse me?
So you blown away. Ain't no Christian household gonna have that secular
It was
music.
all this
The
stuff.
fact that
I
she
was
say
like,
secular music, she already
I
thought this
said,
through.
what the hell?
She ain't say rap music, gangster music. She said secular.
jotted
Letting
it
you
all
know
down.
that
I said-
worldly music ain't
I
doing
said,
it.
who the hell is this person? And what have you done with the person?
Because she already knew you had the characteristics of getting money or working or respecting her. She already knew that's the part she wanted.
She wants you to be a
But she
pilgrim.
knew. She
Hey.
also knew what she needed to change, and for that reason, she took on the marriage so she could get you to the other part and change. And the thing is, you were willing to divorce before you set.
So
your
what
hand
made
down,
you
child.
want her though? If she was such a square.
But she didn't present herself that way.
Oh.
Yeah, because she
You know
knew
what I
what she
mean?
had to do to get you
She
in.
didn't present
But
herself that way.
once you get married and you that hardcore of a Christian, somebody else at the church that
Now,
pulled her
I
up on what he needed to do.
love
Yeah.
the fact. The one thing I love the fact about her is that she did that. She was a Christian.
Right.
She was a respectful woman. She's told me because again, I'm from
I'm telling you,
DC.
ain't nothing like a prayer
I'm
for
from
you.
DC. I don't know much about Baltimore.
Okay.
But she started naming clubs in Baltimore she went to when she was younger. I guess y'all have a club called Hammerjacks up
Yeah,
there
we
or
had a
something like
club
that
called
back then.
Hammerjacks.
See, I
That
used
was
to
the
go
place.
there and all that. So I was like, all right, cool. She never had an issue with me hanging out. Like, we got together. Everything was always love. 2 weeks after this marriage, I did not know who this person was.
Brand new person.
I didn't even know who
And
she
that's
was.
the tough part. Sometimes you gotta wait it out to find out what's going on, or that marriage is going to stick you. That's what marriage, friendships,
Holy
everything. Let me real quick, y'all. Let me read some of these comments because they're getting out of hand. Oh boy, I'm sorry, y'all. I missed a lot of stuff. I apologize. Let's start at Rodney Pierce. Rodney Pierce said, as long as you don't apply your past to a current relationship, you are able to separate individuals. You will use the past as judgment baseline. Big Mike said, be most. Oh, that might have been for Tay. He said, V, you act hard. That's lump. And I guess I do not act hard. I am hard at times, lump. Rodney Pierce said, red flags are red flags. Lump came back to say, oh, guys, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get everything at one time so I can jump back to the conversation. Are you really that aggressive in person? And actually, in person behind I'm still who I am. But I fall back a lot because I don't like to be the mainstream in conversations in like how can take control of a room in here. I don't like to do that in person. I like to be in the back. I like to chill. I like to hear music. I'm a dancer. I like to dance. I like to enjoy myself in my space. I actually do enjoy my space, and that's why being single works for me. Also, Jay Herc said, don't internalize your feelings. Express yourself. He said that is the term. Happy wife, happy life is wrong. That's a wrong term to use. He said someone is not going to be happy all the time. Pugs, thanks for joining. He came back to say, don't get married to change a person. And it sounded like that's what she did. She got married to change you.
Absolutely. Which, of course, did not work.
Right, right. That's the divorce.
That would never work.
That's like, I mean, oh man, like some females or whatever will do stuff like that, but there's men out here to do that shit too.
So let me ask y'all an example because all three of us has been married.
Yeah.
We've been divorced. You're second married.
Correct.
Tone, you still second married, but it's separated. I haven't been married again, and I don't got it happening for me. Honestly, at 44, I just.
You had to put the serious. You can
believe
tell when she's serious when she turns to the side.
Because when I say it, it registers on me again like. And you probably don't
But you know what?
So I gotta say it. I gotta emphasize that part. But let me say this: when it comes to in-laws, so say your mother-in-law. Say you got a mother-in-law. At what point is the standard of the rule? Like, do your mother-in-law have a key to get in? Does she come in? Does she come over when she want? Like, does she get to say what she want to you, or your mother get to say what she want to your wife? Like, where do you set the standard at when it comes to mother-in-laws in your marriage?
My first wife, her mother, she was cool. We were cool. We still cool now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't divorced the family. You know what I'm saying? And so was my mother. Never overstepped her boundaries. Her mother never got into business or anything. She was more so told me to be hip by her own daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
So it was never no boundaries crossed coming in the house, that kind of
second
stuff.
My mother was loony. You know what I'm saying? She was like living with us at one period of time before we had moved somewhere else. Her mother was like scorned from her dad back in the day.
Wow.
Like,
So she
30 years,
bringing
no
that into
man,
your
nothing.
household. So how was
She just
that?
act like
Was
she
she
didn't
ever
even
like?
know us.
Wow.
Like, it was
Oh,
one of
so
them.
that was different. She was all the way different.
All the way. I never saw anything like that even on a movie. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You know,
Well, Nicole,
she said,
you,
"Yeah, we getting married." She said, "Why?"
this works. Why you doing that? And you like, cause I don't want to check out what you're doing forever.
Yeah.
I want to make
an
up.
honest woman.
Yeah.
No, she was saying it to us. She said, "Why you want to do that?" She like, "Cause I love him and I want to, you know what I mean?" She's like, "Okay, whatever you want." She was out there, man.
So I'm gonna fight different kind of mother. All right, Nicole, tell me, like, what is your thing with that boundary when it comes to the mother-in-law?
I think with the mother-in-law, well, my ex-wife mom was amazing. I ain't had no problem with her. Like, she was cool. My wife now's mom is deceased, but she had twins when I met her. So the twins were young, and so anyway, long story short, my oldest son and her twins are the same age.
Okay.
So, but the mother-in-law is from the father's side.
Okay.
Right? His mother. And I basically had to.
The twins' grandmother or
yes,
what they did. Okay.
Yes, and I had to basically help my wife teach her place as a mother-in-law. Like, you're the kid's grandmother. You know, you're not their mom. Hey, you know what I mean? So she didn't know her boundaries. Like, she would call in and say, make sure you do this and do that. We're like, oh, we got this.
Your monster-in-law.
Yeah, she's a monster-in-law for sure.
Yeah.
And
So she wanted to control the whole thing.
She want to control everything, and I had to tell like, no, you don't control nothing over here.
Now let me ask y'all this on the flip side: how are you with the wife to your mother? That, like, if the two of them dislike each other, how are you going to handle that situation? Because going in before the marriage, you knew they ain't get along. Your mother like, I can't stand her. She ain't the one. And your wife like, your mother need to mind her business.
I mean, it's
Like, how
hard
did you
to
deal
make
with that?
up because both of them was just extra cool. My mother, you know, like I said, my mother was the type. She just minded her business. She ain't had no advice for you, like far as like, she would tell me when I'm doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? She would be like, "Well, you messed that up. You did this or you did that."
Right.
But she didn't like get on there with them and gossip or.
Or did they get her? Did both like? Well, your second wife, your mom, was your mom passed when you got your second marriage?
They was good.
So and it was good.
Yeah.
Now, what about yours?
My mom was a whole different level. Like my mom was straight DC chick. Like she is, I'll say overprotective, but nobody's ever good enough for me. You know what I mean?
So how was she with your wife?
You know,
with that?
so with her, I had to tell her like, you know, calm down.
Right.
You know, it's like, you know, I know she comes from a place of love. You know, but at the same time, you know, you can't be trying to take her head off over every little thing. You know.
Right.
Everybody human. Like, Mom, you human too. You're not perfect. She not perfect. You know, y'all both love me. So what we have to do is find a way to get along and make this work because you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. Right? So figure it out. You know. So
yeah, because that mother-in-law thing can be
she's
testing.
hardcore, man.
Because you know a lot of people say when if you ready to marry somebody, yo, she don't like your mother, she don't get along with your kids, she ain't the one.
Yeah.
So do you believe that that's a true statement? Or that's just kind of blanket that
That's
people just say it?
My grandmothers, they were phony as I don't know what though, man. Like, Grandma, you like her? I don't like that bitch. She came in with pants on. Like they were sticklers about shit like that because of the way they grew up. And I said, you know, I took a chick to get an abortion, Grandma. And she was like, that's her? I said, yeah. And she was like, I don't know, my grandmother was playing something or talking about some movie or whatever. And she said, I don't like that. There's too much violence. And my grandmother said, you the only hitman in the room.
Because she killed the baby.
Wow.
You ready to go?
Right.
Like, yo,
that's it.
You know, my grandmother they didn't care. Like,
well, grandmothers don't care.
Yeah, you know, but
I think that mother-in-law
but
thing.
then they'll say, bless your heart.
I think that's where I get it from. Because I say that to people all the time. Oh, bless your heart. You just as cute as a button.
When you know they ugly and fucking up. Like, oh, your shoes cute. And they curled up like sheep.
Right.
Tell the truth.
Y'all conversations are getting past me. I apologize. Rodney Pierce said, hell no, there are always rules, decorum, and lines that should not be crossed. Everyone has an opinion, but, he said but twice, if me and my mate are good, mind your own damn business. But if guess he got another letter wrong. I'm doing wrong. He said, I will man up and admit my mistakes, but disrespect won't be tolerated. Mike said, I agree. If we happy, I'm sorry, Mike. If we happy, let's be happy and mind your business. J. Herc said, respect is key. Respect is the key to the boundaries. I want to say to Mike, that is a lesson learned, Mike. You learned that lesson. That was something that was needed. And I need to go personal, but he get what I'm saying.
But what about?
But
we talk about the kids. Like I say, V.
Let me see if I can get right.
My kids, well, not my older kids. They don't count. But my daughter, she's gonna be impactful on any relationship I am. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't rock
if
with
your
my
daughter don't care for it, then it is what it is.
If you don't rock with my daughter, then you don't rock with me.
And remember that was
hey y'all, real quick, let me get Rodney on here. Hey Rodney.
What's going on?
Hey, so listen, this is what I wanted to say. When your comment was about minding your damn business. So it don't matter like how your mother feel or like Tone has a daughter, how your daughter feel about that new mate, like that wife.
It's going to always matter, but the bottom line is if I chose this person to be with, adjustments are going to have to be made. It's always give and
Right.
Or just don't get in one.
Or know your boundaries, know your limitations, and don't get in a relationship.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you establish ground rules with your mate in the beginning and saying, like you said, if, like the gentleman said, I'm going to the club, 4 or 5 days a week. I've been doing this the whole time. If that's the thing, and she said, okay, well, I don't mind you going to the club 5 days a week, but please don't let the sun hit you in the ass.
Right, meaning don't come in here late. Right.
So again, that's saying, okay, I'm going, and I'm saying, and she's saying, well, I want you to have some kind of time limit on this thing. Bring your ass home. Then I'm gonna bring my ass home because I got the freedom to go to the club.
Right. So now,
Respect it.
Dakota, what do you think about that comment Rodney just made?
Again, it's always compromise in relationships,
What
right?
would it have worked out better if you had that choice of
First,
compromise?
now I went out every other weekend, not 5 days a week.
Uh,
But just to that comment, if you had an issue with me going out to the club at that point in time in my
just
life,
talk up louder.
you should have said, "Hey, I don't like that. I don't want you to do that."
Before the marriage.
Don't send your representative before the marriage. A lot of people like to send their representatives, right? Not who they really are. If she would have said, "Hey Nick, you come in the house 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, we're in a relationship now. Can you come home like 2:00,
Or
1:30?"
1:30, 12 o'clock? Yeah.
Then that's something we can compromise
So
on. I
then
know how you feel.
Right,
We can make
okay.
that compromise and
Right.
change.
That makes a
But
difference.
don't let me just do what I want, right?
All this time.
Just the whole time. Marry me,
And then cut your dick off.
and then 2 weeks say, stop. That's
Kids,
not
right now.
That's fake.
I can agree with that because she's setting rules after the fact.
Exactly.
And she didn't even compromise in there, Rodney.
There was no compromise.
She was just like, all right, so now you stop breathing today because I don't want you to breathe.
And it's wild because she knows her mates.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what that is.
And the third thing to that too that I didn't
Yeah.
get to, because she was at Venice, wanted me to become a vegetarian.
So I think his divorce was warranted. I think his divorce was warranted, Rodney.
Yeah.
Couldn't give up the smothered pork chops, brother.
Hell no.
She was one way in the beginning, and then once she put her name on the dotted line and the ink dried, like I said yesterday, and she turned she go 360 and be like, who the hell is this?
Right.
Oh, you will be running. You definitely need to get out because at that point in time, that's not the person that you agreed. Really, that's not the person I agreed to marry.
Right.
You was somebody totally different.
And it's-
She done jumped
Right.
in the phone
And the
booth for
sad
you.
part is that we
Tell
had
us everything about herself.
and we mainly got married also due to she was pregnant, she had my was
It was
having
just
my
a lot
son.
of things there that pushed the wedding.
Yeah, my grandmother at the time was
And I
dying of
gotta
cancer,
call her. I need to release it
so it was a lot emotionally going on in my life as well.
And that's what happened
You
with me.
know.
I got married because my
Yeah.
mom was murdered. It was just like
Yeah.
you want that safety blanket.
Right.
And this person has been here. You feel like they know you,
Yeah.
and you feel like that blanket is going to protect you. But in the back of their mind, they like, I got control
Right. And
now.
my grandmother, like,
It ain't
that was my
like it's
hero.
a
So
cookie.
she was like, I'm
That
not
was
going to
me and
be
my
here
mom.
that long. She was like, you're
Yeah.
having this baby, get married because I might not be here to ever see you get married. And that's one thing
You
I
did
wanted
it so
to
you
do.
can give her that.
You know what I mean? So, looking back,
Yeah.
like, Grandma, I'm sorry,
Oh,
but
no.
I'm not ready. You know
My
what I
mom,
mean?
we could have
But
did a play.
emotionally, for me, at that
So
time,
much,
that was
Grandma,
that was a lot
sorry.
going on.
Yeah.
So we got married, and she knew how I felt about, being a father and how much that meant to me. And because me not knowing who my dad was, I always told myself I was going to be
So
an
the thing
amazing
is,
father.
and that's why, and this is why, like
Yeah.
Tone said, I ain't telling you everything up front. Some shit you gonna have to figure out. You gonna have to get close. When I feel like you're getting close, I'll tell you, because you gave her all that, and she knew how to play you. I don't
Right.
know her, sis, on the cameras. I don't know her, but it sounds like she played you off the bat. Because I'm telling you, especially with the career you have, a woman see all of that, she see you coming.
Right.
She gonna check all them boxes later. Let me just go in my
She said,
understand.
he ain't gonna leave his son. He ain't gonna divorce and leave his son
That's
like,
what they say.
like his dad
That's
did.
what they say.
So I can force these changes on him because I know that that's the last thing he want to do is to bring his child up with the mom and dad not in the same household. Because that was something I never
So
wanted.
she felt like she had you by the
And
ball.
she
had me by the
ruined
balls.
it with a good dude.
Yeah.
And a lot of them make this mistake.
Yeah.
It's not just that. She,
Let me say real quick, Jay Herc said some women be married and then be like, got you now.
Yeah. Basically.
we're in a vulnerable state. Those kind of things happen because you have so much going on. Like you said, you trying to make so many people happy, and you in that with that mindset. You like, okay, I'm making grandma happy. I'm getting married. She gonna give me a baby, and then she's sitting back, basically manipulating, saying, "Oh, when I'm gonna let all this go down. I got him. I'm gonna support him. I'm gonna
All this.
He gonna do this." And
Yeah.
like you said, but then what people fail to realize is eventually you come back to your right mind.
Yeah.
And you say, well, wait a minute. And you start once you start thinking and you become a thinker rather than a reactor, people you don't see people the same way. You see them differently and you deal with them differently. So in all actuality, with all the stress that you were under, your marriage or your relationship was probably cursed from the beginning because you were doing it for all the right reasons, but it wasn't with the right person.
Right, because she
Correct.
sound manipulative from the
I
beginning.
think she was
Rodney,
trying to get you to join a cult.
well, let me say this first real quick before we move on. Rodney, thank you. You know I always love and appreciate your opinion.
Appreciate the
your
input,
call.
brother.
And thanks for letting me throw you on the live, but I wanted you to stress your comment to him directly. So thank you.
Absolutely. Just hang it, we all learn, you live and learn. As you get older, you get wiser. Trust me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You gotta get
All right, Rodney, thank you
destroyed.
so much.
You gotta get destroyed to move on
All
to
right.
manhood.
That
You
was a
got
I know
to.
Rodney gonna have to hang it up.
You gotta get destroyed, man. No dude is gonna leave this earth without getting worked by a female in some kind of way.
You got it, Rodney?
It's gonna happen.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna go back to the comments. Jared came back and say, my kids don't like my current wife, but they respect her. The line is, this is your wife and we did not marry her. LOL. The thing is, it's my wife, it's my husband, it's my whatever. But if you disrespect them, that's where the boundary lines get fucked up. Because
Absolutely.
people don't have respect for the mate.
Yeah.
When
That's
them
true.
mother-in-laws do that shit, they don't have no respect for you.
Yeah.
Because you're not walking up in my house like you own the shit. When I was married, I wasn't having his mother come in like she ran my place. I don't know, Rodney, what's happening. There you go. I wasn't going to have her coming in there like she was running shit, and she wasn't going to. Because first of all, she had respect for me. Second of all, she trusts that the grandkids are here, her son is here, and whatever, I know the woman this lady is. So everything's taken care of. Why I gotta go over there and walk in there like I own shit? Why I gotta go in there and say what to do, what not to do, what to eat, how to eat? Did y'all do this? Did anybody clean up here? She ain't gonna do all that.
Yeah.
Because if nothing else, she knew me. I had dated him since I was 12. So it was like, oh, my boyfriend. So she already watched me grow up. She knew who I was. And that's the thing. People will say, well, I'm not dating your mother. I don't want to meet your mother, or meet her when they get close to the wedding. I think that
You
bond,
hiding something.
yes, that bond between the wife and the mother-in-law, the wife and the children, or most of the time the father-in-laws don't give a fuck either way. Son, is she sucking your dick? Like they don't care either way.
Go ahead.
But when those mother-in-laws, those kids is where it get iffy. And my thing is this: if they don't talk enough so you can see the gel, you gonna miss the respect.
Yeah.
I gotta see y'all together because y'all don't even got. I ain't saying y'all gotta be best friends, but I want to see if y'all gel enough that y'all respect each other differences, that y'all respect each other words of opinion. I don't care how madly in love y'all are because I'm going to marry this man. So this is who I love, but let me make sure you got enough respect. Because you feel salty about what my mother said, you know not to open your fucking mouth and disrespect her. Because my mother feels salty about something my husband may have said, she not going to disrespect my man. I gotta see that. But in person,
It has
if I
to come
introduce
through
them,
Yeah, you have
if
to
I
be the child.
introduce you and you say it and I fall back and she say, well, his ass, when the last time he worked? Hey, Ma, watch it. And that's something for fellas to look at. You let your mama crack slick. You let your
I'm like,
mama.
y'all had a conversation about me. That's how I would think.
Exactly. And some mothers are too smart and they're gonna say that kind of shit anyway. But the thing is, if she ain't put her foot down while y'all was dating and you introduced her to the mother and let them meet a couple times, when y'all get married, ain't shit happening. She
Right.
gonna tell you quick, nigga, that's my mother.
It's a reason why she feel that, comfortable talking to you like that. Because that's
Yeah.
because you didn't, set
Nobody
those
set
boundaries
the boundaries. Nobody
in the
set the
beginning.
boundaries.
And my father was the guy, like, far as my sister. He ain't ever think nobody was, you know what I mean, for his baby girl.
Right.
Like,
Nobody was sufficient for his
he
baby.
said, man, this motherfucker, he working with blah, blah, blah. I remember one time my sister had a flat tire.
Uh-huh.
My father said, I bet you this motherfucker in the car. I said, nah, I doubt it.
So you and your dad go to rescue her from the flat.
This motherfucker said, in the car.
And let her carry her fall. Call her
He should
father
have
and her
been
brother.
left on 695.
What?
He should have been walking on 695. He shouldn't have been allowed in the car.
Man, I see that kind of stuff.
And that happens a lot.
Pumping
And that-
gas, dude in the car just chilling,
And she out getting the
She
gas.
out pumping gas.
I can't get
and all
mad
that,
at the player.
Cause he there, so
He's
she wanna
being
go in
allowed.
If that's what she want.
I beat him up or something like that. She gonna
horrible,
be in court.
idiotic, and y'all know I'm the first person to say, like, I don't even pump
Do your thing,
Dakota. I don't even pump my own gas. I don't pump my own because the gas station and the car wash is two things I'm just not going to do. Now that I'm single, I wasn't single. When I was single, my car was always going to get clean. But now that I'm single, my car is probably so filthy. But even if my sons are in between work, like mom, great tired, I need to get some sleep. But do you have gas? They don't care if the bitch is clean, but they already know my mama will drive this bitch to the end of the earth empty. Remember I was at the wedding Saturday, and I was like, Tony, you think I'm gonna make it home? Yo,
That's another thing where I see.
Worry about it getting
Why
dark.
do some
Right.
women? Why do a
Why
lot of women run that gas light and say I got 30 miles? So
right? And see, I'm not gonna
Just
let
like
it.
that.
and go home and let it be told so they can take that 300-degree shower.
oh my
What the
God.
fuck is that about?
Like I just can't. I thought actually where the wedding was, I thought I was gonna have a chance to get gas, but both of my sons were unavailable, and I just don't get gas. Some things I just don't do. I'm not gonna get gas and let the man sit in the fucking car. Now, will I walk like the other day? What day was that? One day this weekend, we was at the lounge at the same time, and you
Yeah.
walked me to the car, and I was about to get in,
Right.
and he was like, "No, I'm opening the door for you." I'm not above pumping my own gas. I'm not above opening the door myself.
That's what my grandmother told me.
Yeah, and then the thing, you let some things happen, but everybody would think because I'm so harsh, when you open the door, I'd be like, nigga, no, I open my own fucking door. Because that's how they think I act.
You get offended. Fuck off,
But you know,
nigga.
well,
That's how they act towards me.
Well, I see it in a different light, so I never expected you to act like that. So
And the thing is, you saw me the same like Anthony Hamilton.
Yeah.
What's the dude name?
you know what I mean. I'm just saying. I
Because-
know she ain't when she put out.
Rosy
We gotta realize I was a sociology major in college, so one thing I do is I read people well.
Right.
That's one of my
Understandable.
God-given gifts.
So
I read
you
people
read
well.
me well.
I read people well. Men
So
and
so
women.
did I look like the Terminator? What they call me? What did the guy call me that there, Anthony Hamilton? What did he call me? Caesar.
Man, that guy, he was so off point, man.
What do you
Yeah.
say? Combative.
Combative, I'm a combative
You're a
woman.
combative person.
And I was like, no, I'm not.
And the whole time you sat there and just watched back because you knew she was finna light him up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know,
get this
you could
cigar
just see
fired
it,
up.
like-
I know it's about.
This shit real wet.
My thing is,
Get the glass right.
Jay Hurt, comment real quick. He said, I had to learn there is a difference between a man and being a male.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, it's a big difference.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
Is it-
Male, passive, goofy motherfucker. A man stands on 10 toes. That's it. Whatever else.
His father
falls in
goes
line.
beyond being a sperm donor.
Yeah.
Right,
You know.
right, right. And
You can
another
be
thing,
a father, but it take a lot to be daddy.
Yeah. So it's a difference between
That daddy.
that daddy hit different.
Like my
That's-
daughter has
I was
told
ready
a
to
chick
say.
at Walmart, she's like, "Can I talk to your father?" That ain't my father. That's my daddy.
Yo, I was just going to say, yo, you and your daughter, y'all bond is,
They don't play. She
is-
don't play about that, man.
it's
Daddy is a
so-
whole new term.
yeah,
That's how it was with my father and my sister.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So daddy is a big deal.
Up till his death, she was baby girl and shit.
Right.
Daddy's girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that whole so like he said, being a male and being a man is two different
Two
things.
different things.
Two different
Two
things.
different things.
Absolutely.
Because being a male, you gonna stand up and pee. Being a man, you gonna stand up and pee, but you gonna also make sure to sit up, put the bitch down when you're done, wash your hands and come on out.
A male may stand up with his pants down and pee.
Yo, we not gonna talk about this man every time. Every
They
time we talk about we use
Make
the
a
bathroom.
pee-pee.
Oh my God.
And had to take the whole. Remember when you were a kid, they taught you how to just hold it with your drawers and shake it.
This too.
So basically, somebody did that, and we did. The joke just lingered on. He walked in, the guy was at the urinal with his pants like at his
All the
knees,
way
all the way
down.
down, peeing at the urinal.
Making a
Oh
pee-pee.
my God. Ass cheeks out and everything.
All the way down to
Say
his knees.
Everything, man.
But yeah, that whole like being a man and being a male, those are two different things. Those are
Yeah.
definitely two different things, and
If
people
you a
gotta
man,
get that.
you ain't gotta add all the alpha and all that shit.
Yeah,
just a
you don't
man.
gotta say that. You
Yeah.
just gotta know I'm a
Hold your
man.
nuts, stand there and be a man.
Yeah, you know you are confident in who you are and what you are.
A man. not
Going
gonna
back to
let
that
petty
conversation
stuff
that
bother
night,
him.
y'all basically got into it, the saying, well, you don't know how to be submissive, and he was saying a lot of things. Again, you're making a lot of blanket statements about a person you don't know.
You don't know nothing about me when I leave here.
It looked
So-
like a dog and a cat fight.
So my
And he was
silence,
the cat.
my silence, my silence was that way because I knew what was brewing.
You
I
saw
said she
it.
about to light his ass up.
Yeah.
You don't
It
know
was
her
coming.
story. You don't know what she's been through. You don't know nothing about this woman other than the shell she gives you at this lounge.
Exactly, and I'm at the
all she
cigar lounge
knows.
just for a matter of hours. And 9 times out of 10, if I had a quick drink, I'm going to dance. Like you're only going to get but so much
Yeah.
from me.
Yeah, it was.
Phrase of today.
I knew it was coming.
You don't know the story or the history
Behind the
of a
person.
person that you may encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfucker could just lost his job, and you popping shit to him, he pull out a gun and blast you. Because he know he lost his job, he lost his wife. His kids are gonna leave. He's
No
losing his home.
Yeah.
His car gonna get repoed.
But you like on the movie, what is it? I can't even think of the name of the movie, but it was just a movie out like a year ago or so, where the guy went through that. The lady burn, beeping the horn and shit, and he trying to get his mind together collectively, but he had just lost his job. I think the wife left with some. He went home, killed the whole family. And here you go, bitch. You gonna beat until I go through the
The
horn.
movie with Ben Affleck and Samuel Jackson.
That was the
What's that,
same way.
Turning Lane or
Yeah,
whatever it was?
change his lane.
Change lanes.
All you want to do, hey man, look,
You don't know.
He didn't pay attention to the story.
You don't know
This nigga
where a
trying to
person
make
been.
sure his kids stay in his life. And that was most important to him. But you just don't give a shit. You just go on about your dad. F me.
You don't know where. And so, like the comment, even for me this morning, when the person said, the young lady said, you take everything so personal. You gotta stop being personal. And I think she didn't expect me to go off like I did, but I had to because you don't know where I've been in my life,
Because you don't know you
where
like that.
people railroaded me. Or because I didn't take it personal, it kept happening to me. But when I started taking it personal, I made a change and I made a difference. My life was repositioned. So I got to take it personal. So who the fuck are you to tell me that?
And it's not
Exactly.
everybody's business,
Exactly.
V, for you to
And
have
I'm
to
not.
tell
I'm
your
not going to
story.
wear my life history on my t-shirt.
Yeah. No.
Can I make one?
See,
Yeah.
people-
Am I? No.
People use that good girlfriend stuff to hear stuff, like I say, pass
Use
on the
against
back.
you. Because during
Look
her
for the soft
statement
spot.
this morning, she
And
did
use it.
use something that we talked about before in a comment. And she probably didn't hear me, but I said, "Ooh, my bad for even telling you that."
Yeah.
People do that. And I talked to a
That
male.
person frequents that type of behavior all the time.
Yeah. So to them, it probably like, oh, it's nothing. It don't bother me like it bothered you. You took it too personal. I ain't take it personal. I took it for what the fuck it was to reposition me not to do it again.
Yeah.
But you go through it all the time, so it's not the same thing for you. You're going to deal with it different from me. I'm not going back to the vomit and eat from it after I already spit up. No, that shit is out and I'm done with it.
But it
I don't
really
want
is
it
a
anymore.
learning process because it helps you. Okay, this is how I have to carry it now. With
Yeah.
these type of people.
With these
you
kind
know,
of people.
Whether it's relationship, I say it all the time: relationship, friendship, neighbor, anybody. You know what I'm saying? You know how to carry things moving forward. If it's going to be anything for me, I'm like goddamn cancer. Once I get the shit cut off and shit, I'm just done with it.
Yeah,
And that's a hard point to build up to too.
Yeah.
It's hard to be done with a person and be done, or be done with things in your life and be done after you've been doing it for so long. You want to give it another chance and another try, but if you don't take it personal,
You shoot yourself in the foot.
you don't realize what will hurt you and not to do it.
I ain't saying people can't change,
Uh-huh.
but
Change
you know,
over there.
my whole, you know, this is why I live my life.
Right.
You know, hopefully you make yourself, you know, better for the next person.
Right.
You know, that whole, I don't go backwards.
Yeah,
Once we
and that's
done,
the
we done.
thing. And so I was talking to somebody else yesterday, and they mentioned trauma, and they was like, you know, I don't do this because a trauma I went through. Like people keep saying that I keep bringing up this marriage divorce party thing. You can think it's the greatest to get out of divorce, but some people need that fucking therapy. Like it's things from the person previous divorce that got them in a trauma state. So where I or another woman probably like, you rude as shit. You only do this. Or this one thing that, oh, I hate this. Oh, you bitter. No, I'm not bitter. I'm kind of, what you did triggered me from what I went through before, and I still haven't healed from that. So I'm reacting to you in that way.
You know why I cried after both situations, and I'm man enough to say it, is because I felt as though I was a failure. Like I had failed. I don't like failing at stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, damn, I messed this up. You know what I'm saying? It was both parts, but I messed it up. Like, damn, man, you know, damn, I done failed the kids. Like, okay, get with the second one. Like, maybe I'll try it, you know what I'm saying, and see if everything's right. But move fast with that situation too. After that was over, I'm like, damn,
Here I go again.
this is somebody that I always wanted. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get with them and don't really take time to get to know a person and shit, like, you ain't pay attention to the crazy mother. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, wait a minute, this shit trickled down on you too.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, well the first marriage was as bad as this one. At least
And that's the thing. You carry some of those triggers right along with you. Like for Dakota, what if he had carried that other wife, that first wife, how she tried to control him to this marriage, and now everything this wife is only asking of her husband, he thinks she's ready to try to control him like the first wife.
You know,
That could be a trigger for you.
You know, for me, I think I try to treat everything as a learning experience, right? So I told myself for me to get married again, you know, I need to ask the right questions. You know, I don't care what your flaws are, you know, learn them. You know, see what you can, you know, live with and what you can't live with. Be honest with yourself and be honest with each other.
Right.
You know, and I think when you do that, when you put stuff out in the open before you get married, you know, whatever you think your shortcomings are, you know, whatever, get it out there.
Do it.
See what that person can deal with. You know, I like to smoke cigars. If you can't stand cigars, say I can't stand cigars. Yeah. You know, whatever it is, get it out there. So I think when you ask the right questions and you both on the same page, then you move forward.
Yeah.
You know,
some people have a tendency to move forward and ask a few more questions later.
Don't
I'm not
do
that person. I need to talk now.
Yeah.
I need the honest truth. Because the thing is, like we said yesterday, some of your shit I probably can honestly deal with. Be like, oh, I can deal with that. That's nothing.
Yeah.
But some of your shit could be the deal breaker for me. Oh, nigga, you don't like a woman to do what? Oh, no, I'm out of here. That's one thing I can't do.
Yeah.
I just need to hear it. And I'm a person who's straight up. I need to hear it from the beginning so I can see if I want to deal with it.
And
Don't
you know,
spring stuff on me
what
later.
you can live with and what you can deal with are two different things.
I a lot of times us
I'm
as
with you
men
on that.
too, you know, we not all men. I never like to use blanket statements, but sometimes
But the overwhelming majority.
men, you know, feel like they can't, be, forthcoming in the beginning. It's certain things they know about them and shit. Just say it.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Yeah.
Just say what it is. And I think if you begin to be honest about that, a lot of relationships will be better. And a lot of women, when you see those red flags, if you first met this guy, he said, yeah, I have a son or I got a daughter, and you've been with him for 2 years and you ain't never seen the kids.
That tell you already
Why
that
you
he's
gonna
a,
have one?
And then
why do you get pregnant?
What
You've
the
been
hell
with
you
him.
doing, dog?
Even if I've been with this nigga 6 months constantly, where the kids at? I would be a fool to get pregnant by it.
Yeah.
I would be a
It
fool.
happens so much. It happens
Like
so
like
much.
with my kids, both dads that was there first, so I didn't have that leading example.
Yeah.
I just had how the family treat family and the children that come in a family. So that's the only thing I had. So that's what I had. But you're right. Like, why don't women see that when they? Bitch, you about to walk into a disaster. You getting pregnant by a nigga you've been with 2 years and you never met his children. He don't know his children.
And they never even ask the question, why you don't ever have your kids?
It don't even
They
ask.
don't even ask.
Don't even ask.
Because they're so
Yeah.
used to just seeing what he's putting out. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, he's able to put it out because he
He's a
don't take care of his fucking
scumbag,
children.
really.
Let me read the comments real
So
quick.
wild.
Rodney Pierce said, V, you are tough but fair as long as you feel you're not, concerned, people will take your defense mechanisms as aggressive. And they do, Rodney Pierce, and I'm okay with it. Mike said, nothing is wrong with change. Change can be for the better or it can hurt you. Honesty is the key. Mike, you're absolutely right. Everybody should be willing to change from a little something or you never grow. You never grow up. Like but in this last, what has been 2 months that you and Tim had that talk with me about, don't react to everything. Or what Tay say, ride the horse until you need to eat it. Because when you get there, you will need to have something to eat. So step that horse by the buck, let him buck. Stay true to him. Because when you get down there, you're going to eat his ass. So you're going to need him anyway. And I could, because I'm a person who feel like I need to deal with this now. I need to talk about this now. I need to move on from this now. And I'm glad that I had this talk. And that's what people don't get. Like, women can learn from men. Men can learn from women. So I was able to talk to him, Tavon and Tony, and they was able to tell me, look, don't do this. Listen, watch what you're doing. Don't react yet. We ain't saying don't ever open your mouth about it. We just saying yet. Give it this many days. And I did it exactly how they said, and it all panned out well. And when it was time, like I wasn't even prepared to even do the studio. It was just like, y'all, we're in this situation with this radio station.
You wasn't prepared, but it was time.
But it was, and because I was up here focused, when the time came, I was able to go right in. I did this, like literally, you are our first studio guest. Yesterday was our first show with the new equipment. Like, I really went from last Monday to a full studio this Monday.
Wow.
And that's because I'm a driven person. I'm focused. I'll take the shit. I'm aggressive when need be. I know how to get my shit done. All the things that people think makes me too hard for a man makes me successful in my life. So I can't let any of them characteristics go.
But it's the greatness you put in the atmosphere too. Like I told you yesterday, when we was in the parking lot, I had to commend you. Like, yo, you did this shit within a couple days and it's up and running. There's a few kinks and shit, but yo, you did this. Be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Because
Sure,
people are
sure.
not gonna always celebrate you like you should be celebrated.
And it do make a difference. People always say, well, it don't make a difference what somebody say because I know I'm good. No, it makes a difference to me. I'm one of them people who
You wanna
like that.
hear your
I want to
comments.
feel that because it feel good. Like when I did the sign, it blew me away. I just kept seeing Focus Moving Sign. I was like, I want one. And I was like, I'm going to make it. Then I was like, oh, ain't no logo. I went home Thursday. And I did the logo and the sign in 5 hours. And after I was done, I was crying. I was tired. I was falling on the floor like my back was hurting because I wouldn't get up until I was done the whole thing. And those are the things that makes me V that nobody
That's
ain't
what I'm
going to
saying.
be able to buckle me from.
That's what I'm
Now,
saying.
if I was in a relationship, would I have needed that my submissive side to be catered to? Yes. 5 hours at the desk, my eyes was bleary, my back was hurting. That was one of the days I needed a man. I needed to shower and just like, babe, I just need to lay down. I needed somebody to just kind of rub my back. But I ain't have that. So I did the go hard side, and I think I like text and call him like, yo, guess what I did? I did a thing. Everybody I talk to like, what you do? Like, because other people see me as I make the moves and I do whatever it is. But it's hard.
Yeah.
They just see the outfit, they see the
Yeah.
outcome, but y'all don't know how hard it was to mentally get my shit where I got it at.
Yeah. I go through that.
But
even
Thursday
with
would have
my
been
family.
one of them days where submissiveness would have worked for me right then. As soon as I was done, I'd have collapsed, and my man could have took care of me. But I
Well,
don't
there was
have
somebody that wanted to buy you a fish sandwich yesterday. You should have.
Where is the fish sandwich guy from yesterday? I want the fish sandwich today. And Jay Hurt, I'm gonna tell you,
She missed it.
I missed the fish sandwich.
She missed it,
He just
yeah.
said that's called favor, being able to be this prepared, and it is God's favor, because the thing is, when you do good, and God know, as people say, God know my heart, but they say it when they doing bad shit. But the thing is, when you do good, God know you, He's gonna bless you with favor. Like Jay Hurt came in, and I'm telling you, him and Kennedy, we were here. Like, this man was supposed to come here, do something that take 20 minutes and be gone. He was here, Kennedy was here, we was here for hours. He left us at 6 or so after getting here about 2 o'clock. Kennedy got here like 2:15, and we leave here till almost 10. And when Mike left, he was just like, look, I was like, all you stuff I did, nothing. And he took a bag of trash. I'm gonna take the trash out for you. I'm gonna go ahead and go and watch the shoulder bar and gave me a hug. Like that's where that good God favor comes in.
Do you know you get to the best part of the meat when you trim the fat, and you know what the fat is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you trim the fat and you get down to the nitty gritty and you can do great things that you never thought that.
Never even
When
crossed
you're
my
back
mind.
against the wall, it's like, oh shit, I did this, or I can do this. Or
Like the sign, I just kept saying, I want one of those.
Yeah. You
I
mentioned
want
it.
the logo, I'm gonna do it.
Next thing I knew, I got a text. Hey, look, bop. I did the bop. Oh shit, hey, that's what's up.
And it was a big accomplishment for me.
A huge accomplishment.
And those are the strong things that help me be me.
Yeah.
That people say shit
Oh,
about.
you
and
just
I
do
can't
it
say.
yourself. Oh, how do you know? Like, people don't understand. Like, okay, I can admit I'm going through a tough time right now, but the only way for me to get through it is I have to be to myself with it. I don't want to tell everybody what I got going on, because who knows, it may come up later. That's just where we come from.
Right.
We don't do that.
Protecting my
Your
shit,
parents
right.
tell you, yo, what's in the house stays in the house. You don't
Right.
take the shit outside.
Right. You learn
Because
that.
these people not your people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I still live by that rule from my dad or whatever. Like, I don't tell everybody what I got going on. I share with V because I can trust her with
Your shit.
it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I know it's not going to be like, oh, yeah, remember that time when you blah, blah, blah?
Yeah.
Because we don't get down like that.
You remember
with
when you was
each other.
younger and you had a whole lot of friends
Yeah.
all over the place?
Every
But-
neighborhood
but-
I went to, I had.
But as you
about
get
10, 20
older,
friends.
you notice how that circle gets smaller.
Mhm.
You know, because you learn how to value friendships and you learn who's real, who's not. And V, that's what I said, always keep being who you are. I go through that with my own in a circle. When you go hard and you used to getting stuff done, and folks just see the outcome, but not knowing what you went through to get there, they just automatically just expect you. It'll get done.
Right.
Don't ask you to help. Don't ask you if you need anything. Like I said, you was up 5 hours. If you had a friend
Straight
that
after
knew
our
you was
long
up,
work day.
nobody say, "Hey, you need any help or anything?" They just expect you to get it done
Right.
because you've always done that. But damn, it's nice to hear somebody say, "Great job," or you need any help with that. Let me take this little load off. If I'm your boy, I'm your friend, I'm your whatever.
That's why I had.
That's why that
salute her
circle was smaller.
in the parking lot. She used to hang with a chick named Sandbox Keisha back in high school.
What the fuck?
Tell it.
Anyway, independence, no ask nobody.
That's another episode.
High school. Like said, man, shut the fuck up. Hey, Emmanuel. Riley Pierce said, never let anyone put you down because of your drive. Success is not given; it's controlled by your vision and no one else. Mike said, Thomas JMH Studios. I agree, Big Toe. Go through the storm by yourself. You will come out better. I'm just saying, I have my reasons why I take things personal. I'm saying all that to say, back to that original comment, I have my reasons why I take things personal. And if I don't take it personal, so she was just like, because you get upset. I've seen you upset before, and I said, well, I took it personal, and I learned from it. I said, she said, taking things personal make you bitter. No, it don't. Being bitter makes you bitter.
Yeah.
Taking it personal, taking it personal makes me elevate and grow and learn, not to.
And you
do
have
the same
standards. I take it personally when you shit on something that I take pride in, and I have standards. I'm not gonna let you, degrade my work.
Exactly. So no,
you
don't
should
tell
take it
me
personal.
I took it personal. That's what made me.
So
what make
is
me
it
bitter.
safe to say certain things warrant you taking it personal?
Yeah.
Anybody.
Absolutely.
For anybody.
I think you have to. I ain't saying personal when you get your shirt made and say rest in peace. You're so emotional because you and this person are friends.
Yeah,
with.
no.
I ain't saying on that kind of personal level. I'm saying personal. If most people listening know the Bible, you know that in the Bible it say this. I had a thorn in my side. You ever heard the statement "thorn in my side"? And people think that it's literally a thorn. Jesus had a thorn in the side, or whatever, the thorn in the side. What that means is you are a thorn in my side. That means every time I see you act this way or a red flag of a person acting this way, that thorn in my side gonna start hurting and let me know. Nope, bitch, you've been there before. Don't do it again. That's what those reminders are for. That's what the red flags are for. And if I don't take it personal, I'm gonna miss it the next time this happens.
Yeah.
I gotta take it personal.
It's just like he's a DC brother, so I know he can relate. Everybody over there, you come out the womb boxing over that motherfucker. Like a jab when you do boxing, watch out for the jab. The jab is coming. That's the swiftest punch.
Right.
In the boxing ring, in the boxing world.
Poof.
Swift and effective. That's what your jab gotta be. If you know the jab is coming, you can make a better defense.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
that's why that first jab, when that nigga
Take
hits you,
that
wow,
jab personal.
take it
Because
personal.
it's coming.
Thank you, Tone.
Coming
That was
again.
the easiest breakdown of that comment. I gotta
I'm
take
the
it
master
personal.
of analogies.
I do take things personal, but I'm not bitter about
Because
it.
if you let the jab keep hitting you, V,
At some
you know
point-
what's coming next? That right hook or that uppercut.
And now
That's
you
the
done.
shit that's going to knock you out.
And and I can't keep on talking around it like I'm not gonna say
Right.
exactly because people don't fear me. It is what it is. What happened to my mom? Unless shit, fear had me fearful. I'm just cautious.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what I'm trying to avoid, I was trying to avoid saying for obvious reasons, but I'll say it because I don't give a fuck. Is that Rock gave me a couple jabs, and he jabbed me one time. Bop, how you gonna take it? That nigga was like bop, bop. Bob, you think I'm not taking them jabs personal? Now I'm taking them personal. Oh, you ain't coming in, you don't got to. Because when you see me again, I'm taking them so personal. When you see me again, I got a whole studio. And I will jab you the fuck back. I ain't even trying to fight you at this point. I just want you to see.
Yeah, you the
I just
boxer
want you
with
to.
money.
I want you to just see one mic and know that shit good.
Jacket.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
I don't even got to fight you no more. Now you just see me coming in like that motherfucking nigga took them fights and he the killer at this point. So am I going to take anything about Rock personal? Yes. Can somebody call me and talk about Rock? No. Stay off my phone. His jabs is what made me great. So I sent him a text and I said thank you this morning. It's unfortunate that it had to go like this, that you had to hurt me to push me, but thank you because your petty inconsiderateness leveled me up.
you know what my dad said a couple times to me, and I
Level me up.
understood what he was saying. He said, "Man, you ain't always gotta kill your enemies, man, because as long as you got an enemy out there, you're gonna stay on your toes."
Yeah.
Huh?
But yeah, because
Makes sense.
it makes sense because you got to do that. If I ain't have that going on with him, or I ain't have his admin inconsiderateness of,
We'll be
of
on Chase Street right now.
we'll be on Chase Street waiting for him to come in today. So I needed that. So did I take it personal? I took that shit personal. Every jab since my mother passed away, since my mother was murdered, I take it personal because her husband was a jab I didn't see coming. My mother got married, and this guy was the guy. He took his wife back and forth and catered to her, and he called her daughters the fabulous five. Yet, did we irk him? Yeah, but you knew not to cross her daughters. You knew da. So when he murdered her, that was a hell of a jab. So for that, I see red flags like the fucking light switch. I see that switch. I see the flag. I see your red jacket. I see your black shirt. I see I got the jab. I'm personally taking it. And then the person that I talked to this morning don't even realize the fucking trigger you hit when you said like I was wrong for taking
It's nothing wrong with
She triggered
refusing
She
to want to
triggered me.
keep dealing with fuck shit. Like, why do you don't have to accept everything somebody say to you?
Yeah.
This is the world we live in where everybody's so sensitive to where as though they look at me as the devil. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm just giving you the straight truth. My voice, I don't switch it up. I'm like, hey, I think you should. I don't talk like that.
Okay.
I just talk monotone, regular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, if you taking it, and I always say, it's the way you're receiving the information. It's not me.
You can let
It's the way you're receiving
people
it.
that's out there that's trying to hurt you. You can take it two ways. You can let it, define you and break you down, or you can use it as fuel to do better. I know when I was growing up, my grandfather, well, my step grandfather, for that matter, because my mom, she was addicted to drugs when I was growing up, and again I told her I didn't know who my dad was. I stayed with my grandma. My grandfather was evil to me, though. Evil. Like, you never gonna be anything. You never gonna accomplish nothing.
And now look at you.
You gonna be
I
shit.
want
You ain't gonna be
talk
shit
about
like
your job because I don't know how you feel.
you know what I'm
about
saying?
it,
But
you
saying all
where
those
you gonna be.
all those things, to me, I could have let that define me.
Yeah.
But I
and
was end up being the first person to graduate, from college in my family.
Wow.
With honors,
Yeah.
End up having a great career, life, whatever. But I use that as fuel. Like, okay, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. So don't let people try to break you down. Sometimes use that as fuel.
Use it as the fuel.
And that's what you did.
And like Tone said, like his dad, you need these fucking raggedy people because they're going to push you. Use it as a fuel. Because I could have been one of the ones who she had a baby early, but we were still in school. Oh, she dropped out of school. Oh, did she get a GED? Oh, she got a GED, but she didn't go to college. I could use all of that to keep me in my lane because I ain't going to take it personal. Well, it ain't just me, it's all the other women in the world. So I ain't going to take it personal. No, I'm going to be all that. And at the end of the day, still have a clothing line, shea butter line, candles, fucking whole studio. Like,
a 27 gauge toy.
I took it personal.
I got the pump. You want to sell the pump? I sell the pump. Yes.
Take it personal.
Yes, and I'm proud of myself for all that. So do I take shit personal? She right, but now the thing is, I gotta look at you different.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Because you thought that was gonna cut me, but you really triggered me.
You just
now you just
go over that.
You
I put people over there in a heartbeat, man.
Yeah, you made me reposition.
If somebody says, well, you know what, Tone, I don't really care for you or whatever. I really don't like you either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's fine. It's pretty good because the feeling is mutual.
People don't even realize how they trigger you.
I feel great, like on the Highlander, like I got the quickening. Like,
right.
I pissed somebody else off. I love it.
This nigga said, like the Highlander. Real quick, Rodney P said, would you have grown up and seen the things you've seen? Life makes you. Oh, he said, when you have grown up, seen the things you've seen, life makes you see. No, life makes you a fighter. But simply put, either a lamb or a lion action, lesson learned, and that's the thing, Rodney Pierce. I want to learn the lesson. I needed to make a difference.
Stay off Google, Rodney Pierce.
Rodney,
He said, "Stay on
he
Google."
gonna be in town. He gonna be on the show soon. All right, y'all. We have had a good time. I ran over the time by 35 minutes because we started late. We had a few technical difficulties, and like I said, this is my only second day with a whole new studio of my own.
Only gets
So,
better with time.
yeah, it's gonna get better, but right now I gotta check. But like I told everybody yesterday, Kennedy is the best, sweetest engineer. He'll be here with me tomorrow, and we're gonna cut up and we're gonna get it together. But right now, this is where we at. So, Nicole, we have to thank you, even though I just said your name easily, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, every other time today I've thought about it before I said it. Just now, it just came right out. Thank you for being here.
Anybody ever say Dakota?
Oh, yo, in high school, I hated that commercial, yo.
Yo,
hated
I
that
was
commercial. One of my boys just say that all the time, yo.
Listen,
I was like, yo, shut up,
I'm
dude.
gonna tell you
Shut
how
up.
we are so like high school friends.
Uh.
Because I was sitting here and thought about that. I thought about, so are you from North Dakota or South Dakota? And
Yo,
I was
I
thinking of
forget
all the funny
all
shit.
that. I forget all that. But see, but
give
when we
that
go,
cafeteria
see,
smoke.
y'all ain't gonna do this while we closing out.
Nah,
Like, y'all was
nah.
saving that shit before we left.
I wasn't
See
going to
what
do it,
I'm
but he
saying?
did it to
They
me.
They were saving
Yo,
this
let
for the
me
whole
put my gun
time.
away. This shit got real.
Snap.
Real
But yeah, I
quick.
went through
Oh,
all
that's
that.
just like what Sean Stowe used to call Kenny or whatever, because we all went to like middle school together now, Cowards, and he would call Kenny like Kenny-O.
Yeah.
So I hate Kenny sometimes. He like Kenny-O.
You be like, yo.
You're a fucking
shut
idiot.
up.
Real quick, Rodney Pierce said, Tone, I'm coming for that seat. Y'all say he coming.
Ooh.
Yo, we gonna see when he coming in the studio. Rodney,
That's
you know, to hit
fine,
me up.
man. You could come up here and be a stunt double for the commissioner, but you ain't coming over here.
All right, Dakota, tell them where they can find your businesses at again.
Well, once again, thanks for having me on. I really
Thank you for
enjoyed
coming.
being here. You can find me. Well, I have two businesses. At Undy Wash on Instagram, UNDIWASH Undy Wash, and at the Good Box Boutique on Instagram. And if you want to follow me personally, I'm from the hood to the hill on Instagram.
Oh, okay, niggas.
Yeah.
I like from the hood to the hill.
Yes.
New
You
t-shirt
didn't
line.
tell us that.
New t-shirt
Yeah.
line. You got a clothing line already
Yeah,
for that?
Oh, that's coming soon. Book coming soon. All that stuff, man.
That's me.
Something
Black
That's
folks
shit.
doing it, man. Black folks
Yeah, I
doing
love it. I love everything about it. My thing is to just be great.
Yeah.
People always say, "V, what you want?" I just want to be good. I'm good. I just want to be good. Because if I stay good and steady, I stay on my own pace.
And you never say better than you.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna say that.
I just want to be great.
Yeah.
I hope you be great too.
Yeah.
Let's
Right
move
now,
on.
I know what's and that's what it is. Big Toe, did you got anything to say to the people before we go?
Shout out Juice Barbershop, 619 South Marlin Avenue. Me, Samuel J. I'm only there on Saturday and Sunday. Come check me out.
And get this cut. And of course, I'm your girl, Miss V, Timeless_JMH on Instagram, Timeless1S-JMH on Facebook. And I'm here for like every piece of apparel you can think of. I got it. Graphic you can think of, I can do it. Your business will scream on the screen during the show. I have a lot of things going on. I'm always here for it. But if you're looking for somebody to talk hot topic for a women's circle, I'm your kid. Because I'm always gonna get a treat. And I'm always for the women. This has been your girl, Miss V, live straight talk with Miss V from Timeless JMH Studios. We in effect, we in the building. We be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Please, please, please keep it locked. We gonna actually ask Nicole to come back tomorrow. We gonna get his hands a little dirty tomorrow. He ain't gonna be in here so cute and neat tomorrow with HBC. No, we gonna get him dirty tomorrow. We gonna bring him back.
He slid that from the hood to the
Yeah, so now we got some shit to say to him. Jay Eric said blessings to all on the show. Again, great show. Thank you, great.
Thumbs up. Thank you.
His first show last week was with the All
We need
Women
it.
show.
Change these
And that comes out.
algorithms.
That comes
We
on
need
the
it.
11. And it's awesome. It's an awesome show too. So keep pushing us. Look for us on Instagram. Straight Talk with Miss V. Look for us. Get us some followers. We're trying to get the following up. All right,
Change
y'all.
some algorithms.
Peace. Peace. on the
Peace.
camera. Tell everybody, woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo.